in the era of streaming and a lot of home entertainment, for a lot of people, the home entertainment hub has not been their Roku. It has not been their Apple TV device. It hasn't been their Google Chromecast or NVIDIA Shield or whatever. For a lot of people, the hub of the home entertainment system has been either their PlayStation or their Xbox. Both the companies who made those made really smart choices a while ago to not just make them game consoles, but to put all of your home entertainment can be on that. Now, I don't personally know a lot of people who use their gaming consoles that way as the main hub for their home entertainment, but a bunch of people do. And you guys remember going back to that South Park episode that was all kind of about the PlayStation versus Xbox wars. Was that
the Black Friday?
Was
the
that?
Black
Well, I thought
Friday?
it was Stick of Truth.
I think it was 3-part episode of South Park.
It was something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was,
Black
but
Friday,
it was really it was all, no, we're going to get a PlayStation. No, we're going to get an Xbox. I mean, that was a huge thing. Well, according to a new report, that battle's over. This comes to us from IGN, who wrote the following. Financial Times quotes analysis by Ampri show that PS5 sales grew by about 65% in 2023 to 22.5 million units this year, whereas Xbox sales fell about 15% to 7.6 million.
Wow.
That means that PlayStation 5 has outsold the Xbox Series X and S by almost 3-1. The near 7-year-old Nintendo Switch, meanwhile, saw sales fall 18% to 16.4 million. People still buying up them Nintendo Switches. In 2023, Nintendo is expected to release its next-gen console in 2024. So, I mean, we don't cover a lot of gaming stuff here. I just find this additionally fascinating because this is a lot of people's home entertainment system. That's come very prevalent recently with Discovery taking away a bunch of the Discovery content away from people who bought that content on the PlayStation 5 platform. But that's another discussion for another time. Ray, I got to ask you, is this Vince Carter at the dunk contest? It's over?
Look,
it's over. Is this over? PlayStation won the battle. Is that it?
You know what? It's been over, and I don't care. Like,
because you're an Xbox guy.
No, I am an Xbox guy mainly because I was the one pegged in my group of friends to get it, and I said, "Oh, it's an American console. I'll support something made in America. You know, go America. You know what I mean?" It's just because when we were kids, we couldn't buy all the consoles, so one of us bought something. So my other friend bought a Dreamcast, and if we went over and we played it enough, we would decide, oh, I like that console enough where I'm just going to ask for one. So I was the Xbox guy. I didn't really like it at first, but then what the Xbox gave me was the community, the messaging, the multiplayer. And as everyone knows, I'm a multiplayer player. And I still had a PlayStation 4, but that was for, I would buy all the single player games for that. That's why I think, and plus right now, I don't think it needs they're not trying to sell hardware anymore. Xbox seems like they're done with the hardware with this Game Pass. I haven't turned my Xbox on in ages. I'm actually playing Game Pass on this monitor because it has the Game Pass app.
Don't tell your boss that.
I'm just saying when we were
don't tell your boss that. Right now, as we speak, and I'm supposed to be working.
Lunch break, I could do what I want. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure PlayStation has always defeated Xbox. It's not a new thing. Good for them. I love PlayStation. I love Xbox. I just wear a lot more Xbox stuff than PlayStation. It's a lot easier to match green than purple, blue, whatever it is. So,
but you raise an interesting point though, because with Game Pass, I mean, there are people who can enter the Xbox ecosystem without owning an Xbox, right? Whereas now that I will say this though. The PlayStation, I have 2 PlayStation 5s. I got one here in the office. I got one at home. Gotta have one wherever you go. But I mean, it's such a good user interface. Like if you're going to use it not just as a gaming system, but I mean as a home entertainment system, like to access your Netflix or your whatever, which I don't, but I have at times done that, and it's got a very intuitive, easy to use interface.
I feel like it's what you're used to because I feel like Xbox. For me, it's way more intuitive to move around from app to app. Whereas my PlayStation, it's like I got to go scroll all the way over and then drop it and then close a thing and then open a thing. But I mean, I think it's just what you're used to.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you didn't set up your projector room to be controlled by that PlayStation 5. It's just a sweet machine and a sweet thing you're playing. You've attached to it. I'm surprised you don't use like Netflix through that.
You could, but I
just
don't
use
care
my
what game system it is.
Yeah.
As a home entertainment system hub, game systems are shit
Yeah,
compared to
they
like
are.
an actual dedicated
Right.
thing like a
They
Chromecast
need
or
to
whatever.
drop that. I think they do need to drop that, to be honest. A lot of TVs come with everything that they used to do.
Yeah, that used to be a selling point. It's not a selling point anymore.
Yeah.
Rob?
I have one comment that I think that it should be taken into consideration. PlayStation 5s were very difficult to come by for
Yeah.
the first years of their availability. And then suddenly there was a deluge of them and everybody could get them. So I think PlayStation sales have been goosed by the fact that you can now get them when you couldn't before.
But the reason you couldn't before is because they were all selling out.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean.
It's not like they
Console.
weren't being sold.
Yeah,
right?
they just didn't have enough a product.
That's
to meet
because
the
COVID,
demand.
the
Yeah.
manufacturing was
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
COVID manufacturing was shut down. Now it's not. And then also they've done things like they've got the Spider-Man 2 version.
Yeah.
Of
Well, that's
of
what it
PlayStation
has.
2.
PlayStation. I primarily was always an Xbox person, but I had both. But let's face it, PlayStation has great titles. I mean, they have the Last
Yeah.
of Us franchise. They've got Ghost of.
Well, they're way ahead when it comes to exclusive
Oh,
titles.
yeah.
God of
Tsushima,
War,
yeah, God of
Last
War.
of Us.
Ghost of Tsushima.
It's the
Yeah,
gap
Ghost
is only going to get bigger with them
Days
releasing
Gone,
the
whatever.
PlayStation Slim, which
Yeah.
people didn't like the PlayStation 5. If there was one reason, they couldn't fit it in their entertainment
It was-
system.
yeah, a
They
huge
made it
machine,
smaller, so it's just going to get
Yeah,
bigger
but
and
it's
bigger.
sexy.
I haven't seen
I
one.
love
I
it.
actually want to see one. In
It looks like if there was a Star Trek game system,
That would
it
be
would
the
look like the
PS5.
PlayStation
That's what it would look
5.
like. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Quip. Good health starts with good habits, and Quip makes forming good dental habits easy by delivering all of the oral care essentials that you need to care for your mouth. I've already told you guys about their incredible toothbrush that is now my favorite toothbrush I've ever owned, and their mints and gum are amazing. But now I want to tell you about their water flosser. It hits all the right spots with gentle or deep cleaning pressure at the touch of a button. And don't worry about recharging. The cordless rechargeable battery lasts up to 8 weeks with daily use, no bulky charger or dock or tangled cords. It blasts away up to 99.9% of plaque and popcorn from treated areas with precision thanks to the 360-degree rotating magnetic floss tip that snaps right into place. It's easy to control water flow that leaves you feeling squeaky clean. And the sleek and slim design, it keeps your countertops as clean as your teeth. So guys, if you go to getquip.com/Campea right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, and water flosser. That's 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/Campea. Spelt GETQUIP.com/Campea. Quip, the good habits company. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.